Hello everybody, thank you for visiting my blog. If you are a frequent viewer of my blog, then you know that this is a very different post from the post that I usually do. I just wanted to make this post a little more personable so you can see my face, hear my voice, read my body language, just to see that I'm being very open and honest with you guys. So my friend at work asked me, he was like, Janelle, what separates your blog from every other food blog out there? Why should we read your blog? Why should we keep visiting it? I was like, I should make a post about it. I should just let everyone know, because I'm sure there are many people who, visit my blog that wonder, why should we keep coming back? What sets this girl apart from all the other food blogs or bloggers out there? I'm just gonna be very open, very honest. It's all coming off the top of the dome. I have nothing written down, so it's just gonna be very raw, and I feel like sharing this with everyone, it shouldn't be scripted, because this is definitely not a scripted situation. This is a real life thing. The real reason I started my blog is because about 5 years ago, I had an eating disorder. I developed an eating disorder my sophomore year in college. I was 19 and it just got out of hand. End of sophomore year, I was about 160 pounds, and that's a lot when you're only 5 feet tall. So I started dieting and restricting and, not eating certain foods, and I just lost 30 pounds in like 2.5 months. And then I don't remember the exact point when it turned to bulimia, but then I developed bulimia, and I lost a lot of weight, and I was like, wow, I'm dropping these lbs like really quickly. I need to keep doing this. And you have an eating disorder, you think that you're being really sneaky, you think no one is noticing, but I was in a sorority. I lived in a sorority house with like 50 other girls, and they noticed. I went from being always thickums, like, thick thigh, I always had big boobs. I went from that to being like a twig, like no thighs. Size 00 was too big. It was just not me. I was not Janelle. My face, like, I have a full face. I have chubby cheeks, always had it. Like, my face was so like sunken in. There was no life in my eyes. Like, my bones were protrude. It was just not an okay situation. And my friends brought it up to me like once or twice, and I just shut them down right away. I was like, no, like, what are you talking about? I don't have an eating disorder. I'm losing this weight healthfully. Clearly I was lying. In that time of my life, I just didn't care about anything. I just wanted to party, lose weight, and, forget about everything. Finally, after I graduated college, my boyfriend, he convinced me, I blurted it out to him one night, and he was really there for me, and he was not judgmental about it. He was like, I'm here for you. And he was like, I really think you should tell your mother. After I told my mom, I went to treatment. I went to this wonderful treatment facility in Greenwich, Connecticut, called Renfrew. And I met with, nutritionists, psychologists, a psychiatrist, and I really dug deep into why I developed this eating disorder and how to better cope with the stresses of life, basically. So I found out that I have high anxiety. So, when I would feel anxious, I didn't know I was feeling anxious, and I didn't know how to cope with the feelings that I had. So I just turned to, my eating disorder. And then when you turn to other ways to cope, such as drugs, alcohol, or bulimia, or anorexia, or over-exercising, or overindulging, you are not really solving the issue. You're just pushing it back into your brain, pushing it down into the pits of your stomach, and you're just developing other issues. So it's just a vicious cycle that just doesn't work. So it's an up and down journey for me, and I just wanted to share with everyone my food odyssey. As I go to different restaurants, I try different foods, I make new recipes, and I thoroughly enjoy food. And ever since I went to treatment and I learned how to properly cope, I have been a much happier me. I have a great job that I love. My friends have always been great, but our relationship now, as opposed to before I got help, is better. Like, we're closer. I'm here. Janelle is all here. I'm aware. I'm more considerate. So it just makes relationships in my life just way better. Basically, that's why I made my blog, and that's what I feel separates me from other, food bloggers my age, is because I had a horrible relationship with food, but now I love it. I'm very interested in what I'm putting into my body, such as, organic or vegetarian fed or no GMOs, etc., etc. And I just started documenting it just for me and to share, with my friends and family. And then I just saw that it was getting more views, and I just am very thankful to all of you guys who continuously come check out my blogs and who are watching this video right now. So I have big plans to broaden this blog and just make it grow as more of a lifestyle blog as well. So yeah, just stay tuned for that, and I thank you so much for checking into my blog and watching this video. If you have any questions or want to leave any comments, just leave them down below. Follow me on Twitter at @Afood_Odyssey. Put it right here below, at @Afood_Odyssey, and follow me on Instagram at @Afoododyssey. And I look forward to, reading your questions, your comments, all the above, negative ones, positive ones. It's all good. Just leave them down below. And yeah, so thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful, marvelous Sunday or whatever day you're watching this. Stay tuned for more videos and more blog posts. Bye. I stare at my reflection in the mirror. Why am I doing this to myself? Losing my mind on a tiny error.